Please put your hands together and let us welcome the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. First, let's meet them. Number 731, Sherry Potter. Number 1949, Geneva Conviction. Number 1974, it's Heatherface.
Number 76, it's Ho Chi Minx.
Number 23, Mary Marvel.
Number 64, Pretty Penny.
Number 322, Rusty Kuntz.
Number CU2, it's Seymour Butts.
Number 55, Stardust Dunes.
Number 422, it's Stella Blue.
Number 17, Susan B. Brusen.
Number 4 CE, it's The Force.
Number 762, Warren Peace.
Co-captain tonight is Coach Payne Newton.
And the captain of the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls, number 303, Chainsaw Massacre.
Also coaching tonight is Sigourney Beaver. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls!
And now, without any further ado, let's welcome our locals, the Junction City Train Wrecks! First out, number 1986, Sherry Von Sen. Number 212, it's Clam Jammer.
Number 9, Demon Darlin'.
Number 5050, it's Dominatrix.
Number 629, it's Killa Patra.
Number 310, Malibu Harpy.
Number 11, Miss Take.
Number 270, Raging Red.
Number 3, Slayer Cake.
Number 88, We Smasher.
Number 8, it's Wreckin' Glamour.
Number 7, Zelda Cruz.
Co-captain of your train wrecks, number 2323, Vulgar Vixen.
And the captain of the Junction City Train Wrecks is number 707, Striker Dawn.
Bench managing tonight is Hannah Bull. And the coach is Coach Smooch. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your very own Junction City Train Wrecks. We're going to get this thing underway as soon as both of our teams take the floor.
Looks like the train wrecks are ready. Looks like the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls are ready. So as soon as the referees have their hands up in the air, crowd, I'm gonna need your help. Help us count this thing down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're off. Up first on the jam line, number 7, Zelda Cruz for the train wrecks. Looks like number 303, Chainsaw Massacre. Looks like Zelda Cruz squeaks through first. Lead jammer Zelda Cruz. Train wrecks taking a early control of this game. Chainsaw now through the pack on her scoring run as well. Zelda Cruz calls it off. Trainwreck's drawing the first blood with 4 points in the very first jam. Showing the line to Sin City, it's the Force.
Looks like we smash out there, toeing the line for your Junction City Trainwrecks. For those of you new to Derby, these girls with the stars on their helmets are known as the jammers. They are the ones who score points out there. They do that by passing opposing team members on their second pass through the pack. Their first pass is to try to establish lead jammer, which the Force just did for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls.
We Smashes keeping the Force in her sights. Of course, this is also the very first sanctioned game, the Women's Flat Track Derby Association by Junction City.
The Force through the pack picks up 2 points, calls off the jam. That motion when they put their hands on their hips is the lead jammer calling off the jam. Score currently 4-2, Junction City with an early lead. Looks like Heatherface, Geneva Conviction on the line for the Sin City Roller Girls.
And of course, that is Kilopatra off the line wearing the star for Junction City. Kilopatra getting beaten up out there a little bit.
Geneva Conviction going down, coming into turn number 3. Kilopatra screams through the back. She picks up lead jammer status.
Geneva getting sent out face first, it looked like, to why they wear those helmets.
Kilopatra fighting her way up to the front of the pack. She's making the gesture. She's calling off that jam.
Looks like another 3 points picked up there by Kilopatra for Junction City.
Nothing picked up by the Sin City Roller Girls that last jam. Score 7-2, 26 minutes left in the first half of play.
Jamestown Massacre out there again, towing the line for Sin City.
That's Zelda Cruz towing the line for your Trainwrecks. Remember, we've got raffle tickets on sale. We're going to be raffling off many items during halftime of this game and halftime of the second game. Be sure to buy those raffle tickets over at the merch booth or from one of the raffle ticket ladies walking around. Both jammers now forcing their way through the pack out there.
There is no pack. That means Junction City has to let Geneva Conviction through. Chainsaw Massacre through.
Chainsaw Massacre with the lead jammer for Sin City.
Zelda Cruz getting bounced around like a pinball out there.
Chainsaw Massacre right through the pack. She picks up 5 points. Hot trick for Chainsaw Massacre.
Looks like she's going to go for another one.
Zelda Cruz still trying to force her way through the front of that pack. She's having no luck. In the meantime, Chainsaw Massacre up front dealing with the big booty block. She's trying to force her way through, pick up another hot trick. Chainsaw Massacre, 5 points, 10 points so far this jam.
Another grand slam for Sin City. And Chainsaw calls off the jam.
Big 10-point jam there for the Sin City Roller Girls. We'd like to say thank you really quick to Ogden's own distillery, Underground, America's Herbal Spirits, created and bottled right here in Ogden, Utah. Available in all the Utah liquor stores. Ask your favorite barkeep for an ice cold shot of Underground from Ogden's own distillery. Looks like the Force towing the line once again for the Sin City Roller Girls.
Going up helmet to helmet with Louise Masha. Looks like Slayer Cake sitting in the penalty box.
The Force going out of bounds over there, coming around turn number 3. We Smash It trying to force her way through the front. Barely staying on her skates.
Not really much of a pack out there.
Well, it looks like Heatherface was out of play. She's going to go to the penalty box as We Smash It comes through and picks up lead jammer status. Oh, and the Force also going to the penalty box. That means We Smash It has a power jam right now.
We Smash It calls off the jam.
We'd like to say thank you to NYPD Pizzeria, located in Layton, between Iggy's and the Layton Odeon Theater. Stop by after the game. Use your ticket stub anytime this week. You get 10% off your entire order at NYPD Pizzeria.
Showing the line for Junction City in this power jam, it's Cleopatra.
She's out there in the power jam. The Force still in the penalty box after that last jam.
Cleopatra slicing through the pack. She pulls through, leads jammer Cleopatra. Sin City trying to really speed this thing up. Running away with it, trying to keep Cleopatra from picking up any points.
Cleopatra calling that one off. She got a little tired out there.
Good pack control by Sin City. With only 2 blockers, they still managed to keep that pack moving really fast.
Score currently 12-7. Sin City with a lead. 21 minutes left in the first half of play. Remember to pick up those raffle tickets over at the merch booth or from one of our raffle girls walking around. We will be raffling off some items at halftime. Zelda Cruz off the line for the Junction City train wrecks. The Force out of the penalty box for Sin City.
Zelda Cruz screaming through, picking up lead jammer right away. Junction City starting that jam on one knee, which forced an immediate whistle for the jammer to start. Zelda Cruz calling it off.
We'd like to say thank you to 6 Feet Below. They're located in Clearfield and they offer quality custom tattoos, UV tattoos, piercings, dermal anchors, and all kinds of other things that'll make your mom cry. Stop in and see them soon. They currently have 3 artists, Kian, Andrea, and Meeks.
The Force is back in the penalty box.
That means We Smash Out. They're jamming all alone for Junction City. She's got the power jam right off the line.
Looks like Junction City picked up 4 points in that last jam. Score now 12-11. With Sin City ahead only by 1. These Sin City blockers are going to have to let We Smash It through. Lead jammer, We Smash It. Doing a better job of slowing things down. We smashes through.
4 points picked up for We Smasha.
Apparently she did not pass one person legally, so she does not get the goes point for the jammer sitting in the penalty box and not sent through.
We smash it through the pack once again. A full 5 points that time. 9 points so far this jam for We Smash It. And the force now back on the track.
Looks like she used some Jedi mind tricks there. Junction City didn't even see her coming.
We Smash It calling off the jam. Waiting for a score update, we'd like to say thank you to Scarred Derby Designs, roller derby source for high quality clothes on and off the track. To get Scarred, see them by the merch table or visit them at scarredderbydesigns.com. That score update currently, Trainwrecks 15, Sin City Roller Girls 12. We've got a timeout called. We had a correction to the game clock. Game clock is actually 18 minutes, 10 seconds right now. Looks like Geneva Conviction telling the line for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. Kilopatra towing the line for your Junction City Trainwrecks.
Effin still trying to figure something out up here at the table.
A little bit of a slow start from the pack there. Jammers finally released. Kilopatra juking and jiving her way through the back of the pack. Geneva Conviction working her way through. Geneva Conviction through the front of the pack. Picks up lead jammer. Kilopatra hot on her heels. Jammers neck and neck in the outfield. Let's see how Geneva Conviction decides to play this one out.
Trying to slow Kilopatra down.
We'd like to say thank you to Solitude Builders. They build quality log and frame homes. Go check them out, Solitude Builders. They've got wood. Zelda Cruz right now on the line for your Trainwrecks.
Stardust students out there wearing the star for Sin City. Both jammers fighting hard, trying to make it through.
Zelda Cruz getting caught up way in the back of the pack. Stardust Dunes caught up at the front of the pack. Both jammers having a hard time breaking through. Stardust Dunes finally through, and she picks up lead jammer status for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls.
Oh, looks like Zelda Cruz is going to the penalty box. That makes this a power jam for Sin City. And Stardust Dunes calls off the jam with 5 points, a grand slam. And there's an official timeout called.
Zelda Cruz still in the penalty box for your Trainwrecks.
Sin City starting this on one knee. That means that the jammer gets to go right away, or nearly right away.
Geneva Conviction out there taking a big hit coming around turn number 1.
She's going to send her out of bounds. She has to come back in behind the person who sent her out of bounds. She does finally break through. Lead jammer, Geneva Conviction.
Geneva Conviction unable to find a hole into the back of the pack here. She's on her scoring run, but she can't break in.
She's got a bit of a micro pack out there, only 2 of her blockers to help her.
And Zelda Cruz now back in the game, out of the penalty box. Geneva Conviction finally breaking through the front of the pack. She picks up 5 points. Hot trick for Geneva Conviction.
Zelda Cruz having to deal with a booty block from the force.
Zelda Cruz finally threw her initial pass. She's now on a scoring run as well.
And Geneva Conviction calls off the jam. She can't make it through that wall of turquoise, so she calls it off with 2 more points for Sin City.
Remember to pick up some of those raffle tickets. We will be raffling items off at halftime. We've got Junction City merchandise, stuff from Birch Creek Mercantile, Scarred Derby Designs, Underground, America's Herbal Spirit, Rita's Pizzeria, and Dooley's. All kinds of fun stuff to give away at halftime with that raffle. Buy your tickets now.
Kind of a low-scoring game so far, Johnny. Only 24-15.
I have nothing to say.
That usually means that they're playing very defensively.
Absolutely.
Chainsaw Massacre out there wearing the star for Sin City.
We smash out there jamming for your Junction City train wrecks. There's no pack, no pack. That means that Chainsaw Massacre gets to skate right through and pick up lead jammer status.
Once again, seeing some excellent defense being played by Sin City. They do a good job of trapping other skaters and then slowing things down. We Smash having a lot of trouble out there with number 64. That's Pretty Penny. So Cherry Box Sin took care of the Pretty Penny problem. But not before Chainsaw Massacre calls off the jam.
3 points for Chainsaw Massacre. Score currently 27-15 with 13 and a half minutes left in the first half of play. We'd like to say thank you to RudeChicks.com, apparel for cool chicks, kids, and babies with attitude. Check out RudeChicks.com. Tell them that JCRD sent you. Stardust Dunes out there on the line for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls.
And once again, Kilopatro towing the line for Junction City Trainwreck. Sin City keeping this thing very slow. It's Stroller Derby at its best. And Kilopatra smashes through lead jammer for the train wreck. Kilopatra. Stardust Dunes keeping her in her sights.
Both jammers on a scoring run right now as half the pack hits the floor on the far straightaway. Kilopatra calling it off from the outside. Kilopatra going to the penalty box. We didn't see what the penalty was. 3 points picked up for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls.
Although Kilopatra tried to call it off, it did not get called off. I mean, it keeps going.
Stardust Dunes out there fighting her way through the back. She breaks through, picks up 4 points.
Junction City with a full penalty box, but not for long.
Stardust Dunes looking to find a way through that wall of turquoise up in the front. She gets sent way to the back of the pack again. Stardust Dunes taking a big hit out there, and a second big hit coming from Clam Jammer. Clam Jammer going to the penalty box for that one.
Stardust Dunes trying to call it off, but she's not lead jammer, so she can. That is the end of that jam.
5 more points for Stardust Dunes. Timeout being called by the Junction City Trainwrecks. Junction City Trainwrecks with the timeout right now. Score currently 27-17. The fabulous Sin City Roller Girls with the lead with 11 minutes left in the first half of play. We'd like to say thank you to Alpha Graphics, located on the corner of Hillfield Road and Antelope Drive. They are Junction City Roller Dolls' one and only design, copy, and print store. Go check them out, Alpha Graphics. This is one fast-paced, low-scoring game. You usually don't see the two of those together. As we come out of this timeout, the Force towing the line for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls.
Zelda Cruz out there jamming for the Trainwrecks. Interesting starting position out there by Sin City.
Zelda Cruz getting picked off at the back of the pack by the Sin City defense. The Force screaming right through the pack. She picks up lead jammer status.
Zelda's still struggling. Zelda Cruz being sent way down.
The Force picking up a full hand, 5 points for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls.
Trying to make it around to that Sin City skater whose number I can't see. She's really getting knocked around out there. While the Force juking and jiving, and she picks up another 4 points. That trip through the pack.
The Force forcing her way through the front of the pack, calling off the jam, attempting to call off the jam, finally does. 5 points picked up for the Force. 3 picked up for Zelda Cruz, fresh out of the penalty box.
Sin City widening their lead.
Current score 53-20. Sin City with a healthy lead with about 9 minutes left in the first half of play. We would like to say thank you to the Classic Fun Center. They're located on Angel Street behind Sam Club in Layton. Needs a family fun time? Check out laser tag, the inflatables, the Pirate Cove, the theme party rooms, bowling, the rock wall, and of course, roller skating, all at Classic Fun Center in Layton.
Towing the line, Sin City, Chainsaw Massacre.
Rusty Coots back there holding back the jammers from going until all of the blockers are across the blocker start line. The jammers are not released. Strong strategy play here by the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls.
Chainsaw Massacre do first. Lead jammer, Chainsaw Massacre. Masha getting sent to the penalty box, I think, for that hit. That makes this a power jam for Sin City.
Looks like 5 points picked up there for Chainsaw Massacre.
25 Penny having some equipment malfunction, but she thinks to get it taken care of.
Chainsaw Massacre through the pack again. She picks up 5 points, but then goes down and has to work her way back through the pack. She is not scoring any points right now because she already scored on this pass. She goes down to her knees and calls off the jam.
Well, it looks like Pretty Bitty has got to go and get her state fixed. She took herself out of that jam.
Junction City ratcheting up the defense right now. Looks like Stardust Dunes wearing the star for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls.
We Smasha, of course, starting this jam, sitting in the penalty box.
Fabulous Sin City Roller Girls all on their knees. That means there's a no-back situation, and the jammer immediately is released from the jam line. Good strategy by the Fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. Junction City running away with it. They have a no-back situation. That means Stardust Dunes gets a free pass and picks up lead jammer status. Sin City playing with a lot of strong strategy in this game.
They're a very experienced team. They've been around for quite a while. They've been in the Women's Flat Track Derby Association for quite a while, so they definitely know what they're doing out there.
This is the first year for the Junction City Roller Dolls in the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. I think they're doing quite well for their very first sanctioned game. We Smash It now back out on the track. Both jammers on their scoring runs. Stardust Dunes calling off the jam. With about 5.5 minutes left in the first half of play, the score is 71-20. Fabulous Sin City Roller Girls with a 51-point advantage.
Towing the line for Junction City, it's Kilopatra out there wearing the star for Sin City. It's the Force.
Once again, Sin City playing the slow game.
Slowing things down until Mary Marvel can come out of the penalty box.
Good strategy there by Sin City. Making sure that they have a full contingent on the track before letting the jammers free. The Force out there getting bopped around and she's sent out of bounds, coming around turn number 3. The Force picking up a cutting the track penalty. She's gonna go to the penalty box. That means we've got a power jam right now for your Junction City train wrecks. Kilopatra out there, the only jammer on the track. Make some noise if you're a Junction City fan right now.
And Kilopatra does finally break through, but she is not lead. She had an elbow penalty.
That means we're going to have no lead jammer this jam.
Kilopatra getting sent out of bounds has to come back in behind whoever sent her out.
And Kilopatra through the pack. She picks up 5 points. Hot trick for the Junction City train wrecks.
Junction City trying to show they are still in this bout, still playing roller derby.
Kilopatra working on her second scoring pass, but she runs into a wall of orange up at the front of the pack. Kilopatra taking some big hits out there. And the Force back into play out of the penalty box. That is the end of the 2-minute jam. We'd like to say thank you to the Davis Conference Center. For events both large and small, Davis Conference Center is the perfect solution. Please contact Davis Conference Center for your next meeting, wedding, dinner event, or roller derby. Check out their website, davisconferencecenter.com. Zelda Cruz out there on the line for the Junction City train wrecks.
Chainsaw Massacre wearing the scar for Sin City. Chainsaw screams through, lead jammer, Chainsaw Massacre.
Zelda Cruz caught up at the back of the pack at a dead stop. Sin City Roller Girls bringing the pack to a stop. And Chainsaw Massacre screaming right through, picking up 5 points. Hot trick for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls.
Bad news for Junction City as Zelda Cruz goes to the penalty box. There's a no-pack situation, so Junction City has to let Chainsaw through.
She picks up another 5 points. And Chainsaw through the pack one more time, but she starts picking up some big hits from Jerry Von Sin. But another 5 points picked up for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. Chainsaw Massacre once again right through the pack. Sin City doing an awesome job of opening up holes for Chainsaw to skate right through. 5 more points for Chainsaw Massacre.
It's like Stella Blue going to the penalty box. Along with Chainsaw Massacre now in the penalty box.
We have a reversal right now. Power jam situation for Junction City. Zelda Cruz out there, the only one who can score at the moment. That's the end of the 2-minute jam. We've got time to line them up for one more jam this period. Junction City going to start this last jam in the power jam situation.
Looks like a timeout was being called. Yes, a timeout is being called.
We'd like to say thank you to the Flat Track Skate Shack, Utah's first Derby Girl owned and operated roller derby skate shop. They're located in West Haven. Check them out at the Flat Track Skate Shack at hotmail.com or find them on Facebook, the Flat Track Skate Shack. Say that 5 times fast.
Sin City with a full penalty box.
I have it on very good authority. The louder you cheer, the faster Kilopatra skates. No pack situation right off the line. That means Kilopatra immediately released from the jammer line. Sin City trying to run away. There is a no-pack situation. Kilpatrick gets right through, picks up lead jammer.
Heatherface tries to go to the penalty box, but she cannot. There is no room in the penalty box for Heatherface.
Kilpatrick just sidestepping right through. She picks up 5 points for the train wrecks.
Junction City trying to slow this thing down.
Kilopatra once again through the pack. She picks up another 5 points for the train wreck. She calls off the jam. That is the end of the first half. Big 10-point jam there for Kilopatra. Make some noise, train wrecks fans. Score at the end of the first half of play, 38 for the train wrecks, 91 for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. We're going to take a halftime right now, raffle off a few items, and we'll come back with the second half of play.